Another day, another drive. We're on the third and final day with Ford Philippines, and we're only 650 kilometers in. We're not even home yet. It has been so far a wet and wild ride with this, the 2020 Ford Everest. Now, while there are similarities between this and the previous generation, we've also pointed out the specific things that are different. If you click right here, you'll go straight to that video. Now, what I want to actually get into is what's underneath its skin, because those are the two things that I'm most interested about. Now, from the driver's seat, there are two advances worth mentioning. Number one is that you now have a start-stop button, and number two is that you've got a gear selector on the gear lever itself. Now, much everything else in here is like the previous generation Everest. It's still supple, it still feels good to the touch, it's great to drive, and if you'd like a proper review on that particular car, then click right here. When I said earlier that there is something skin deep that I want to talk about this car, well, for that, we need to go for a drive. A drive that started in Metro Manila and stretched all the way east to Baler and the Pacific Ocean, and then all the way west to La Union and the Philippine Sea. And yes, I mean the Philippine Sea. The first of two things that I want to point out, number one, is the engine. It's the same engine as the Raptor, which is a 2-liter biturbo that produces 210 horses and 500 Newton-meters of torque. This isn't a Raptor, however. You know, you can't take it off a hill or jump it into the sand dunes. I mean, who would do that? We certainly wouldn't. Anyway, so it is definitely not a Raptor, but it is the same engine. And the second thing is the transmission. You've gone from a 6-speed automatic transmission now to a 10-speed automatic transmission. Man, this thing has legs as long as a giraffe's neck. Wow! Now we're doing 100 kilometers per hour on the highway right now. The rev is only 1,500 to 1,600 RPM, and we're doing 16 kilometers per liter. So really, not bad at all. You expect just a little bit more, but honestly, with this weight on this car, yeah, that 16 kilometers per liter is not bad at all. There is something to be said about that transmission though. Now when you're traveling at normal speed, say about 50 or 60 kilometers per hour, and you want to hit ludicrous speed immediately, there is a bit of a jolt. So there's that. It's not jarring, it just lets you know that the transmission is still there and you haven't left it 50 feet behind. Over rain, more rain, and even pools on the side of the road, the new Everest is available at 2,299,000 Philippine pesos. Premium by 11,000 pesos more than the previous generation. But you do get a new transmission, a new engine, and technologies on the inside. So really, that's not a bad deal, especially if you're talking about a tank on stilts.